porosity. Porosity means volume. Porosity indicate volume fraction of void space, means amount of pore space available in solid material. In any material, solid material also present, porosity we can be defined as the air or volume void, air or another type of void that are occupied with respect to total volume, means how much air is occupied or captured in any solid material, that is defined as the porosity value. Porosity similarly, so it is the ratio between two volume, so it is also unitless. So there are two type of porosity. First one is the open porosity. Open means that are connected to external boundary. Open pore means that is indicated open pore porosity. That means open porosity is the volume fraction. Always remember it is a we represent in terms of volume fraction because without help of using volume we can't define this porosity value. Say of porous medium that are connected to the external boundary, means outer layer of this material, and it is given by simply volume of this open pore. Porosity means volume of the open pore that are present in external boundary with respect to total volume, that gives us open pore porosity value. So this is the figure of porosity, means if we the various types of like material are placed in a like some sort of, we take a close image on any types of fruits or vegetables, some sort of cereals, then we can find there is a open space or some types of, if a filled in a like rice in a container, so there is a, you can see this, there is a space is there. This space is indicated as the pore space. In food material structure is there is a small open space is there during this entire in this food material surface or inside the surface. So here air molecule are present, or sometimes water molecules also present. When a water molecule is living, then this same place is occupied by the air. So this small area that are lies between this joining of these two types of. So secondary thing is porosity, as I like open pore porosity, it is also two type. That are, first one is the connected in external boundary only boundary, like in this boundary that are connected like this way, and secondary connected to the other pore, like here also pore space, here also pore space, may be connected in like that way. So we assume that is on a grains. So this is known as the closed space, that are mainly present in this, that are closed by this entire surroundings, that is denoted in this closed pore. And through pore means enter the material, this pore space is present. Through pore. Blind pore means some sort of blind part is present, like this form. So this is also comes under porosity consideration. Then the second type of porosity that we need to know, that is closed pore porosity, means close inside the material. Close means it should be close by the surroundings, means it should present inside the material. So that are written here. But it also known as as I told, so porosity always defined with respect to volume fraction. So volume fraction of pores with in close inside the material, porosity. And then third one is the apparent porosity. Apparent porosity means summation of open pore porosity plus closed pore porosity. this gives us apparent porosity, means volume fraction of total air or void space present in the material as a boundary layer. So closed pore porosity, that is present in closed area, means close condition that is present in the material with in closed pore. Open pore porosity, that are openly present in this material, and with summation of open and closed pore porosity, that gives us apparent porosity value. Then fourth one is the bulk porosity. Bulk means when you are packed or stacked in a bulk condition, that will gives us the bulk value. So individual material when you are stacking or packing, that gives us the bulk porosity value, means the outside of the boundary. So it is in bulk porosity or bulk density, this is value is given to this outside of this boundary of this individual material when it is packed or stacked as a bulk condition. This is gives us or sometime packed or stacked, this is give a bulk density, and when we are comparing with respect to volume fraction, how much amount of open or pore space is present, that will gives us the bulk porosity value. Then the fifth one is the bulk particle porosity. Bulk particle porosity means porosity of bulk material and porosity of open. So here we don't take consideration as the closed pore porosity, because in bulk condition we are mainly taken into consideration at what are the outside pore space present, means it should be open pore porosity plus when you are packed individual material what are the porosity present during that condition, that will gives us the bulk particle porosity value. So finally total porosity. Total porosity means summation of all type of porosity, means apparent porosity value, bulk porosity value. So in apparent porosity value, what is that? Open pore porosity, closed pore porosity and bulk porosity. If we sum it, we get this total porosity. So in definition, it is written as the volume fraction of air or void space that are present, that include inside, outside of this material when material is packed or stacked in a bulk condition. Porosity, why porosity is important in case of any material? Because porosity of this material if high, give lesser resistance to airflow. So when we are in case of store any grain or grain material in a silo or bins, so during that process aeration will be very easy. If this porosity of this material is very less, then during this aeration or aeration process it will be less air circulation will be takes place. From that there will be chance to possible of moisture migration, and maybe some sort of microorganism attack may be present on that, and due to this excessive due to this longer storage time with respect to it will be some sort of simple sugar protein value also is got decreases, and maybe carbohydrate converted to simple sugar, and taste value also got defected on that, and textural property also got affected that. So porosity value is directly interlinked of this textural like appearance, chemical composition of this material, and some sort of aeration properties also got affected on that. Then how mathematically we can express this porosity value? So in terms of density we written like this way, means subtraction of solid density minus bulk density by solid density. Solid density means density of solid material. Bulk density means when we are packing or stacking any material, that give whatever the density value is given, that is given as the density, bulk density value divided by the solid density. 1 minus bulk density by solid density, that gives us the porosity value. So in porosity we always calculate it with respect to bulk density or solid density value. So one thing remember, this bulk density value always lesser in terms of solid density, because when the solid material having higher density, if porosity is present means there will be presence of various air molecules, so air having less denser with respect to other types of material, so that this bulk density value will be lesser. For any example given, like for any numerical given, find the porosity value, find porosity, only given two data, that is kg per meter cube and kg per meter cube. If any they told like that, so find the porosity value of food material, having density value as are 700 kgs per meter cube and 1000 kg per meter cube. So nothing data will be given. So what data you should put on bulk density and what data you should put on solid density. So to solve this problem, write formula: porosity is equal to 1 minus bulk density by true density or solid density. So this, now you are confusing whether you put this 700 as a bulk density or 1000 as a particle, 1000 as a bulk density. So bulk density value is always lesser than solid density. So whichever the lesser, that if they not mention this bulk density, so always put lesser value in bulk density. So bulk density have lesser value. So how much it will come? So this numerical, this porosity value will come 0.3. Okay. So, and sometime bulk density or solid density values are given. If not given, what are the values will be high, that will be solid density, lesser value will be bulk density. Don't confuse it. And the next term that are associated with this, the void ratio. Void ratio means with expressed with like this. E is known as the void ratio. V means volume of void with respect to volume of solid. This gives us the void ratio. It is also known as the, in porosity, means volume of void plus volume of total volume. Void volume or total volume, or it's for here only solid volume in void ratio. So what is the difference between solid volume and total volume? So total volume we can write is like this. Total volume is summation of volume of void plus volume of solid. It is known as the total volume. If we talk about solid volume, then we neglect this volume of void. So if we want to find this relationship between E void ratio and eta is equal to porosity. So how we got? We can do simply by dividing volume of void from all this part. It will got cancel and it gives us one value. So you know this volume of void by total volume is equal to porosity value. So we can written like this: 1 by porosity is equal to 1 plus volume of void by volume of solid is equal to given as the void ratio value. If we further modify it, that will gives us porosity is equal to void ratio plus 1 plus void ratio. Means porosity is equal to void ratio plus 1 plus void ratio. If sometime porosity value is not given, only void ratio value is given, this formula is used to calculate this porosity value. So these are this porosity. one thing you observe that here in figure 1 the porosity value is higher, means higher pore space, open pores is shown. In figure 2 compared to 1 less, in figure 3 compared to 2 less, in figure 4 is less, in figure 5 compared to 4 is 5. So this picture is taken after freeze drying process. This picture is taken after hot air dried of of any fruits material after 45 degrees Celsius. This picture is taken after 55 degrees Celsius when where material is dried simply 65 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Celsius. So this picture also indicates that if we indicate the drying temperature, this porosity value will be got decreased, and in freeze drying case the higher porosity freeze dried product having higher porosity. Why? Because assume it is a one some sort of food material like cube of apple. It is a apple cube, and if we want to go for freeze drying, so what happen in this process? So apple having moisture content, high moisture content, so moisture will present like that. Like that. What is during freeze drying process? What happen? First, this water, the moisture or water present, it is directly converted to ice. So if it is converted to ice, this volume will be initial water volume may be like V1, then it is expand like V2. See, this ice volume is much more higher than the volume of this water droplet. So it will break this cell structure and the pores, then it will be directly occupy this space. In freeze drying process, what happen? The crystallized water means frozen water directly sublimated into vapor phase. So what are the during this process ice crystal is directly disappear from this entire food profile or food matrices or during cell structure. So in which place this ice crystal are present, this place become porous. So it will gives this type of figure, means here water molecule are present during this freeze drying process. It is first converted to ice, then it is directly sublimated into vapor, and then this space is become empty, and so that's why. So this freeze dried process gives us the higher porous giving higher porosity value. In case of hot air dried, if we in slow drying temperature, moisture will be migrate from the outside inside to outside at a slow rate. If the drying temperature will be high, then moisture migration rate will from inside to outside will be faster. So cell will collapse and then porosity value will be less. So in low drying temperature porosity value is high, and high drying temperature porosity value will be low, and freeze dried product having higher porosity value. So another example that are shown as the porosity value with respect to different types of fruits that are dried in different condition. This blue line indicate air drying temperature, normally convective drying, hot air drying. This red line indicated microwave drying. This green line indicated freeze drying. This purple line indicated vacuum drying. In all case, you see this green value is much more higher irrespective to any types of drying. So also this value is means this freeze dried value having higher porosity. Then we taken into consideration like sometime microwave drying also gives us higher porosity value, maybe like potato in carrot. Next, after freeze drying, microwave drying gives us the higher porous material. Then in case of blueberry, vacuum dried product gives the second best porous material. Then after that it will be microwave drying, and final one is the air dried product. So in air drying condition, porosity value is lesser as compared to other type of drying. In case of potato, carrot, blueberry, or like in microwave case of drying, in case of carrot, potato and apple, this is gives us the second best porous material, and in case of banana and blueberry, this value, this is not in second position, it is in this process. After this process, this microwave drying dried product gives us the third most taken place in third position. When you are going to buy any material or sell any material, first one is the physical overview. So size, shape is the main factor, and then color is very important, because if any material having good color or any some sort of higher means fresh material having like high brightness value, and if it material is not fresh, then color value also got degraded. So when we talk about color, colors gives us the consumer the first appearance of this material. So how or he or she could buy any material, it should be basically mainly depends on color, size or shape parameter. Then another aspect comes to secondary position. So color, without color it is very difficult. If a degradation of color happens, means this chemical composition or physical property of this material will also what may be degraded. So color is very important for our daily life, day to day. Even we want to buy any product, first we see the color value. If it is color is good, means we go to some sort of buying fruits or vegetable, then we first see the color value, and then we go to this another checking parameter. So maybe some sort of if I want to go to buy cake or some sort of, then it will be okay. If it is color value is not, maybe black spot is there, maybe it directly indicated that microbial growth will be present on that. Means this color value is gives us the primary impression on consumer market. So how we can determine the color value? So what are the parameter we use to define this color? Visible range of color should be 380 to 770 nanometer. Within range, if any light comes to our eyes, then we can see this color. So first of all, we define in color in three category, that is RGB model. RGB means red, green and blue. It have certain nanometer. In this region, this color value will got indicated. Then commonly in food industry, color measurement method. What is the value of CIA? This CIA stands for International Commission of Illumination. This organization is mainly dealing with the color measurement technique or color property. So this is the full form of CIA. Lab means L value stands for lightness value. A value directly known as the red or green value. B value directly denoted as blue value or yellow value. So this is the value. Means if any material having, we denoted as CIE lab method we are using to present the color value nowadays. Mostly popular this method. So this we present in the terms of LAB value, L star, A star, B star. L means if L value is 100, means lighter in color, lightness value. If L value will be 0, then it will be dark. If L value will be 100, that will be indicated as white, pure white. Minus A will be represent green value, plus A will be represent as a red value. minus B will be represented as a blue value, plus B will be represented as a yellow value. Then there are, with using LAB value, we can use another terminology, like we taken into consideration chroma value, means we denoted as C star. So that is simply A0 minus A1 whole square plus of B0 minus B1 whole square, where A is equal to standard material, A1 is the our food material which I want to calculate this chroma value. Similarly, B is equal to for standard B value and B1 is equal to for our food material. This chroma value gives us the saturation value. And another thing that we use, that is H star, or we can known as the hue angle. Hue angle we can calculate it, inverse of B by A will be gives us the hue angle value. And last one thing, we can give as the total color difference, that is delta E. Delta E is equal to root over of A0 minus A1 whole square plus of B0 minus B1 whole square plus of L0 minus L1 whole square. This total value gives us the magnitude of the color difference, means how much color will be difference will be changes with respect to some sort of treatment, some sort of storage time, processing techniques, method, application of so if we present in coordinate wise, like in x, y, z axis, we can simply write this red value should present in this coordinate, means plus A, green value is minus A, yellow value is plus B, or B blue value is minus B. So if any material having this coordinate belongs to this coordinate, so from this coordinate we can got this red value and yellowness value. Similarly, if any material color value will present this coordinate, means it will indicate green value and blue value. Simply these are the for understanding. We know this, you can understand from this graph also. Positive A red value, minus A green value, minus B blue value, plus B yellow value. So another thing that I told, hue angle, simply red value means plus A. This value gives us if any material having hue angle 0 degree, means it is perfectly red. If any material having hue angle 90 degree, means it is perfectly yellowish. 180 degree indicates green value and 270 degree indicates this blue value. So from this coordinate value and also hue value, we can directly calculate this color value also. So it is the formula for calculating hue angle, means B by A. So whatever the degree will come, that will we can using this chart, you can directly calculate this hue angle value. So it is one example. So here what happened, we taken this LAB value for micro, we given this microwave treatment. Microwave treatment in 3 power, that is 301 watt, 600 watt and 900 watt. We given for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, same for all. So this data is given for black rice in control without any treatment. This L value means lightness value is given by 55.42. A value means red or green value, means positive A 3.68, B value 4.37. Remove the standard deviation and ABCD part. After 5 minute treatment, we can see this brightness value increased. After 10 minutes treatment, we see that brightness value as compared to control sample, means unroasted sample, this value is also what? Reduce. And in case of 600 watt for 5 minutes, this brightness value also increase. Like in normal condition, what are the brightness value is there, it is much more higher in case of when if we have treated it 600 watt for 5 minutes. So this data also shows us. So from this data, this control sample is taken as a reference sample, or we can say as a standard sample. If you want to calculate this delta E value for say for 5 minutes, what is the color difference exist? So it will be like that, root over of means L value, standard value minus this 5 minute value plus of A value 3.68 minus 3.16 plus of 4.37 minus 3.72 whole square. What are the value will become? That will give us delta E value, because we taken control sample as a standard sample. For delta E calculation, we can assume whatever the sample is taken as a control sample or standard sample. Basically, what are like fresh, like in case of various types of treatment process, we taken unroasted or before drying or fresh condition, what are the value will be given, that we taken as a standard sample. After treatment, various types of we taken as a A1, A2, B1, B2 value. So that like that way.